Okay. And testing.
Where's that fish dip from? It was really good.
I combined a couple of fish dips together to make a special great fish dip out of it. All right, so that's muted. Testing. Let me play that back just to make sure. That's so good.
Slurred sophisticate. Yeah. Where's that?
You're up there. Yeah.
Okay. From.
Okay, so let's put that down. You, me on. Other people muted. Soundboard muted. Rolling.
Soundboard muted.
For us to do the intro.
Ah.
Okay, and...
Come on, y'all.
Hello, ho, ho, ho. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa. Whatever holiday you celebrate, welcome to a special edition of the New Way podcast from Last Pint Productions. The New Way is, of course, your favorite podcast for deep dive discussions about pop culture, film, movies, TV, musicals, theater,
video games,
whatever you want, whatever you're geeking out about, we're gonna dive into it, and we're gonna really geek out about it. You may notice you may notice a little sound in the background tonight. That's because tonight is a very special edition of the New Way podcast that is being recorded live to tape at my holiday party here in the surrounding the Last Pint Production studio in my home, and it is also Ben's birthday party. We've combined every holiday plus Ben's birthday into one amazing podcast.
Just happy to be here.
Now, of course, Last Pint Productions is me, Matt Schenk, Ben Wilson, and Nick Santacroce, who is here, but we have not been able to. I have not been able to locate him. He was going to be here to record on time. We're going to try to check in and find out what's going on with Nick in a moment. But first, I want to discuss the impetus behind this podcast, because this is a long time in the making. We tried to do something similar to this last year at a pub. We tried to do a pubcast, a live pubcast for Ben's birthday, and literally fried my laptop. And we couldn't record.
Sparks were flying.
Sparks flew.
In a literal sense. There were sparks.
Even Nicholas Sparks was there and said, "This podcast is shit."
And Robin Sparkles.
And that's right. And so not only did we lose that podcast, but I don't know if you remember, we lost another podcast that you and I recorded.
Yep.
A lost holiday podcast. And one of the best things about that podcast, I went to go back to find out if there were some good soundboard clips from the last podcast, maybe some good Santa stuff. And then I remembered what I did last time, which was so perfect because I didn't have the same thing happened this time. I didn't have time. I literally downloaded a random sampling of 17 holiday sound effects. I don't know what they are. They are labeled only by number, but I don't know what they do. So we're gonna play the first one right now. So
I was just say, give me number 9.
Oh, you want number 9? I'll do number 9. Here is number 9.
Okay.
Well, we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Sure.
That's a good one. Give us another number, Ben. Let's test this out.
How about number 16?
Number 16.
Merry Christmas.
That's just creepy. That's like your pedophile uncle.
Okay, no, I recorded that. That was me. I recorded that. That's not me.
Merry Christmas.
It's like, just imagine like the door opening in the bathroom and your pedophile uncle is there. Like that's what that sounds like.
That is kind of crazy. But yeah, so we've been trying to do a live podcast kind of like this for a while, and tonight seemed like a great night. I've got a house full of people. They're going to come in and out of the room tonight and share stories about Ben, share stories about Christmas.
Tonight we're not going to worry about sound quality too much. This is just going to be kind of a go with the flow sort of deal.
Yes.
And you're gonna have to deal with probably some people being drunk.
Look,
idiots.
I think there's going to be a lot of things that are going to happen tonight. They're going to kind of throw us off, but I think we can accomplish it. There's so many people here that love Ben and want to talk about Ben and want to talk about Christmas and other holidays and all these things. So we're super excited for it. And what's this? Hello?
Guys, can you hear me? I think... Okay, look, you're not going to believe this. I think I've uncovered a real-life terrorist plot. A real-life terrorist plot right here in Boynton Beach.
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I had to take a leak, but Paul had been primping in the bathroom for like half an hour, so I went outside, and I heard some shady voices in your backyard. And when they saw me eavesdropping with my penis out, they got all crazy, and they were yelling at me in Russian. So I ran to your garage, and I snuck up in the attic, and I'm here now because I think they still might be after me.
Nick, you've taken this anti-Trump thing too far. There are no Russian operatives at my Christmas party.
Dude, I am totally going to blow the lid off this thing, McLean style. And I brought a flask of whiskey, too, so I'm nice and toasty.
Nick, we are not doing a
We're
Die
doing
Hard
a Die Hard bit, motherfucker! Okay, look, I gotta go, but I'll check back in with you guys in a couple minutes, okay? Leave your Skype connection on.
Okay, well that was Nick Santa Croce checking in randomly and we have a first guest, Amanda Smarco Reinsvold. Come on down. You are on the New Way podcast. Come on in, Amanda.
Wow. Hi. How are you? Thank you,
Amanda. Why don't you sit down on the sofa here? Pull up any microphone that's nearby.
So, Amanda, how often have you been on a casting couch?
That's not what we do here, but we could. And by the way, don't be alarmed, Amanda.
Wait, is your
you
husband,
are on camera. Oh, there's
your husband here?
Come on in, John. John Reinsvold. John,
Okay.
come on in. You're on camera. You're being recorded right now by audio and video. So don't steal anything. Have a seat on the love seat next to your wife. Pull up a microphone. Put on some headphones and join us. These are our first guests here. For the New Way podcast and holiday special / Ben Wilson birthday special. So say hi, John and Amanda.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
You sound good on
yeah.
You sound
what a
good,
sexy
John.
voice.
You have a very sexy
Thanks, man.
voice.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Actually, I'm a podcast virgin, so I'm popping my cherry right now.
I love it. Virgin sounds so sweet. And oh my god.
Oh my god.
Nice.
That is. I don't know how to feel about that.
I love it.
Beth likes it, so that's okay. That's good. That's really good stuff. So, John, are you a fan of Christmas, of the Christmas holiday, or any December holidays?
I mean, yeah, it's a good time to have parties and get around and
He's a
have
fan.
festivities, all those sort of things.
He's more of a fan of my birthday.
This is true. Do you have a good Ben story that you could share with us, possibly?
a good Ben Wilson birthday story, possibly. Yeah, okay. You want to remember the one where he called us the day of his birthday and said, "Can you take me for a birthday dinner?"
No, that is not what happens. Hey, by the way, so that was when I lived in downtown Delray. We went to the sushi restaurant, right?
Lemongrass.
Lemongrass. Yeah, we went to Lemongrass.
You conned them into taking you to Lemongrass for your birthday?
He's like, hey, you want to, maybe come out for some food and drinks, and then when we get there, he's like, oh, it's my birthday too, and it's like, oh, man, I feel like a real asshole right now.
This isn't entirely inaccurate.
That is fantastic.
So it was a Wednesday, and I still remember because it was my birthday was in the middle of the week, and so it was one of those things where it's just like, well, I didn't have anything planned to do.
Who doesn't
on that
have
day.
plans on a Wednesday and has money? John Reinsvold.
I did invite John and Amanda out to dinner, and at some point it became clear that it was my birthday, and then John wouldn't let me pay for my meal.
At some point it became clear when you told him
Now,
purposefully
I will
that
tell,
it was your birthday.
I will tell you that I had all intentions of paying for my own share of that, and then John would not let me pay.
What a
Once
gentleman, John. What a gentleman.
And that was the last time I ever paid for him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, what about you, Amanda? Do you have any specific Ben stories you'd like to share?
One that just happened last week.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Which
Let's
one?
hear it.
Maybe speaking to the mic.
About 5:30 in the morning.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Oh, my God.
See some crazy shit goes on at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that's right. That's the love hour right there. That's morning sex time,
Well,
right?
actually, it's kind of funny.
Hey,
I saw Ben running away from my house at 5:30 in the morning in a panic. So it's like, what happened?
John, be honest. It was at 5:34 and 30 seconds, right? It was about 4.5 minutes after he arrived. Yeah. Yes. four and a half being nice. It's your birthday.
To clarify what goes on here is that I know that they have a Ring camera, and I run in the mornings, and so on a longer run where I was doing the little 5K loop-de-loop, I just decided to randomly run and do maybe a little impromptu show for their Ring camera at 5:30 in the morning.
Did you show them your penis?
No.
I wish.
You wish, right? Yeah.
I do wish. That would have been some good.
I got a mean text from Amanda later. She was just like, "Well, you woke us up and you didn't show us your penis." So,
Like,
otherwise, normal times you normally wake them up with your penis.
what?
Right,
No penis action.
Now, Amanda, I sense you're a Christmas fan. Am I correct about that?
Yes.
What is your favorite pop culture part of Christmas? Maybe it's a movie.
Yeah,
maybe it's a song. What gets you going Christmas wise? All right, calm down. For God's sake, we're trying to be adults here.
I'm
I'm
not going to calm down.
I'm listening intently. So you know.
The Charlie Brown Christmas songs.
The Charlie Brown Christmas songs.
That's
really?
a good one. Well, I mean, that's the regular Charlie Brown.
I was
theme.
about to say.
What's your?
not the-
Can you give us a sample of one of those Charlie Brown Christmas songs?
No.
I mean, please.
No.
No. I've heard you sing "I Love It." You're in the background of this song.
I love it.
That was a song you recorded on. I saw it. So you can't give us any, John. Do you know any of the Charlie Brown Christmas songs?
Only the Christmas tree, Oh,
Can you do it?
Tree, oh, Christmas tree. That one. Yeah.
It's a good one.
He has to sing it every Saturday night to get Amanda in the mood.
That's it's our thing.
That's what he does when he gets erect, and he goes, oh, Christmas tree, oh, and it gets him really excited about it. Now,
Do you have a camera in our room?
now, John, what about you? Do you have a pop culture Christmas thing that you're into?
No, honestly.
Nothing? Not a
I wish-
single one?
I wish
Even when you were
I-
little, John?
I wish I did because I was over at a buddy's house a couple years ago when we were over at Rich's house, and they were watching the Christmas Story with the leg lamp.
Like the shirt I'm wearing right now.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it's right there. You can see it right under there. I've also been trying to touch you from
Well,
here.
the
but
funny
it's
part
fine.
was we were over there. We're at their house and it's on, and I'm like, oh, what movie is this? And I thought the guy was
And they were like,
yeah, exactly. I thought I made him physically ill when I said that. And it was a lot like the time I told Ben Wilson that I have never seen Ghostbusters.
It still hurts. That one still really hurts.
Well, you rectified that. You showed Liam Ghostbusters, and it was like the only movie.
Liam Ghostbusters.
It was like the only movie you watched for 6 months, right?
Yeah, now I can say it line by line.
That's it's amazing. What's the first Christmas movie you remember seeing?
Oh boy.
The Christmas Story.
That's the first one you remember?
I think I have John pegged as a Home Alone fan.
That's
you like
exactly
Home
what I was
Alone.
going to say. Well, I wouldn't say I was a fan.
No,
but it
you
was-
were a fan.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to totally different. I just
Mega-
heard that. I got
mega
John
fan.
pegged as a Home Alone fan.
Home Alone fan. Actually, it's more of a Macaulay Culkin fan.
Macaulay
Culkin.
Man, you are a fan of him. You have a nickname for him and everything. A little Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, Culkin. He's my, that's what I call him. He's my buddy. Hey, can they hear us out there, or what's going on? With this?
They can. Well, we're like a zoo in here, so they can just look at us through the glass and tap in the window. But I think what they're trying to say is your time is up. And we appreciate you coming by for your time on the New Wave podcast, especially since it was the first thing you did as you walked into the house and were thrust into it.
Yeah, awesome. We just walked in the house into the podcast. And okay, well,
Yeah,
here we are.
now you're on camera.
So
and
now you can
on
say
audio.
you have been a
we're
part
on
of the New
camera
Wave.
too?
Oh
You're on
yeah, see
camera.
up there.
Oh,
Now
awesome.
watching, yeah, we're being filmed.
Oh, I would have had my dick out the whole time.
I thought you did. I mean, normally I can't see it anyway, but I don't have a zoom on this camera, so your wife laughed way too readily at that one.
She likes a good dick joke.
Look, John, all I can say is this. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to.
I gotta tell you guys, I enjoyed this. This is fun. I think I want to come back maybe next week. Some other time to do
talk
a podcast.
about civil engineering. Talk about city planning.
I have been.
Man, tell me a little bit more about the gradient on that on that parking lot. Oh God.
it drains so well.
Just talking about civil engineering gets me so hard.
Oh my God.
Dropping loads of cement. Yeah. Dropping loads.
Did you see that sump?
Well, we just got all of the civil engineer listeners real excited, so we appreciate it. But guys, thanks so much for coming in, and don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Well, this is kind of. I mean, I gotta be honest. There's nobody waiting.
Well,
that's cool. No, I'm kidding with you.
There's just a problem though because wait, is somebody calling in or something?
No, I got it. They can go, and we got about a 5-minute wait time for anybody else. So
okay, cool.
If you guys can tell our liaison out there that we're good for the next 5 minutes, but we're gonna need a guest on deck, we would love you for it. And while you're out there, have some eggnog. It's amazing. Ben made it with his special ingredient, and you know that ingredient, and it's good.
Don't eat the crack because like the crack cookies because they have peanut butter.
Yeah, you don't do that. But the eggnog has no peanuts in it, but it has a little bit of Ben who made twins. In it. It made twins with that. So just understand, it's potent. It's powerful.
Has anybody commented on your jumpsuit?
Well, nobody on
not on the
podcast can understand.
Ben is dressed somewhat like Guy Fieri in a holiday. Fieri. I can't do it, and he doesn't deserve it.
My wife and I are wearing matching unisuits. So
matching unisuits,
pretty amazing. I'm not gonna.
It
is pretty awesome.
I'm a bit turned on. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm. You know what? I am strangely comfortable in this. So. That's what my wife was like. Be careful driving over.
I believe we have a call coming in. John and Amanda, I'm gonna have to let you go.
We'll see
Hello?
you, buddy.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Hello. Who is this caller?
It's Ryan from Houston again.
Ryan from Houston. Oh, it's our favorite. How's it going, Ryan?
It's going swimmingly.
Swimmingly. You are calling into a very loud and noisy holiday party at my house. We're so excited.
What's up, dude?
Well, I know what Ben is wearing is loud and noisy, that's for sure.
Totally true.
I was just saying it was Ben's outfit that's loud and noisy, but the party also is as well loud and noisy.
So this was the first surprise. I had no idea that Ryan was calling in. So,
this is first surprise. I kept it secret from you on purpose.
It's a birthday
miracle.
I get my first gift for my birthday is Ryan.
I was a surprise to my parents too. So.
Were you the youngest?
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course you were,
dude.
The youngest is always a surprise.
We are kindred spirits again, Ryan. I'm the same way. I referred to myself once to my mother as a mistake, which she got very upset by. But I know my dad was not expecting me 100%. That's why there's a 7-year gap between me and my brother.
Yeah, I'm almost certain my birth certificate actually says "damn it" as my first name.
Oh, by the way, Ryan, I just had tonight for the first time that
I seen you,
and that is some coconut civil society goodness. Am I right?
Holy crap, was that good?
Yeah, well, it surprised me.
I took like 3 sips of it, and I was just like, I don't like this at all. I was like, it tastes like suntan lotion, and then I got like halfway through the glass. I was like, it's growing on me. I like it.
I really have to hand it to Civil on that one. That normally coconut flavored beverages have that suntan lotion artificial taste to it, but that one
they taste and smell like banana boat.
Yeah, first sip on that one tasted like a coconut stout, but in an IPA. Like it tasted like actual coconut. I was blown away by it.
Wow.
I think they did a good job by not making it like super Northeast IPA. It was actually hoppy and cut it some, and it helped.
I'm so sorry to laugh. I just Ryan's Skype photo.
What is it?
I love you, Ryan. That is the funniest fucking thing I have ever seen.
This is fun for everyone. I can't see this.
It's Nerds Rope.
Oh.
was like, I saw
You
it, but I
motherfucker.
didn't. It just didn't register with me. And then all of a sudden, I was like, why is this? Oh, his profile photo is Nerds Rope. That is the greatest. That's the greatest. What do you call that when someone gives you a
Like a cult reach around?
I'm sorry, I haven't eaten anything yet today. I've had a little bit to drink. Yeah, it's a tribute. It's the greatest tribute to this show I think I've ever seen. But Ryan, we have you on air tonight for two specific reasons.
What? It's okay.
Sorry, I'm making hand motions. We're trying to organize all the people coming there. So Ryan, we want to know, what is your favorite pop culture Christmas movie?
I mean, can it be anything other? I mean,
It doesn't have to be a movie. It could be a song, a special, whatever you want.
It's Baby It's Cold Outside.
Baby, it's cold out.
No,
Whoa,
interesting. Wow.
that's a topical
out of left
discussion.
It's not what it is at all.
It's not the Paul Lynde Christmas special.
Oh, I
I'm
wish.
just trying to start a fight, and that seemed a little more topical than
If Nick
Gremlins
was here,
or-
I think we might have gotten
or
a fight
Die
out
Hard
of it.
being
But
the-
I don't like the song enough to defend it, and I don't think the song's egregious enough to hate it. It just really falls in the middle ground of I don't really care. If you want to sing it, that's
I
fine.
traditionally hate Christmas music. Like, just
Really?
yeah, I absolutely despise it. There are a couple songs I don't mind, but it like the most annoying part of Christmas of this entire season is the Christmas music. Ever since I've had kids, I think that's dulled a little bit. Don't really care as much as I used to, but man, I used to fucking chat my ass.
Wow, that's God. What a cringe, Ben. Jeez.
For a man who loves music so much, that is a fucking aggressive approach.
I know.
I smell burning marshmallow. Am I correct? I see
farted.
photos being taken on my bed. Beth, Ryan is on the phone with us right now. Beth, if you'd like to talk to Ryan.
I would love to talk to Ryan.
And I just received a
she's
photo.
she's just now putting on the headphones,
Yeah,
and now she can hear you.
Yeah, say hello to her now.
Hi, Beth.
Hi, Ryan.
So I just received a text message from Beth of a bunch of people taking a photo on my bed in my bedroom, and at the same time I smell burning food in the oven, which was Beth's thing to watch.
You had one job.
Listen, I left. I set a timer. It hasn't even been 30 minutes, and I came out and there was a fire.
Oh my! Was there an actual fire?
I don't think so. They think it's the toothpicks.
I don't
things are
think
cooked
so.
yet.
That builds
Okay,
confidence.
that's okay. That's maybe it was too hot. I don't know. Anyway, but so Ryan, you were about to say, what is your, other than Baby It's Cold Outside? What's your what gets you like really going at Christmas time or any of the holiday time?
What gets me going?
Wow, everyone keeps reading that
like-
the wrong way.
Big.
Well,
I'm with you there on that one.
It's a movie for all seasons. Come on.
The Polar Express,
Exactly.
because Tom Hanks puts the pole in Polar Express.
God.
oh, okay, that's a good one. When I think of Christmas, I think mostly of probably A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Because it kicks me back to my childhood for a few reasons, and I think some of them made my parents think that I was a little off. Because for the longest time, I thought fudge was a bad word. And
wow!
Like it blew my mind. I was like, I don't know if that's true, and I didn't know how to wrap my head around that. And I also didn't necessarily catch that he was tearing out Red Ryder BB gun ads and putting them in his parents' magazines.
Yeah, he was sneaky.
So for a period of time, I was just tearing out random pages in magazines and putting them in other magazines for there's no reason to it. And I'm pretty sure my parents were just like, what the fuck
Parents were
is
like,
happening?
what is this Victoria's Secret ad doing inside of my People magazine?
No, I wasn't tearing up Victoria's Secret's ad. That's
You wouldn't tear those.
No, he was tearing it up while looking
You would
at
covet
Victoria's
those.
Secret's ads.
You would covet those. Those are the ones that ended up under the bed.
Speaking of Victoria's Secret says, if you can
I
see
don't think you could even open a single issue.
if you can see the video of this podcast right now, Ben and Beth are in matching outfits.
Oh, he's already
and there's
seen
some
pictures.
Boots. There's some boots going on Beth's side over here. So
I've seen the pictures, and what
Boots,
caught my eye
boots.
was Ben's cleavage.
yeah, Ben.
You say my cleavage. I sent you a picture of my wife and I, and you say my cleavage.
That's because he's a gentleman,
what-
Ben.
I said what I said.
He saw what he saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
His cleavage-
literally.
Ben looks like me about 2 hours into Wakefest last year.
that was a rough time for a lot of people.
Like for some reason, my shirt just kept coming unbuttoned.
I just keep getting Guy Fieri. That's what everybody
Yeah,
else
he
is
does
saying.
look alarmingly like Guy with the glasses and.
I'm just amazed you were able to find that much LA Looks hair gel for this party.
Hey
man.
looks.
Did you? Hey, wait, hold on. Well, real talk for a second, Ryan.
Uh-oh.
Did you use LA Looks when you were in high school?
Who didn't?
Absolutely.
Everybody did,
Come
right?
on.
Like
Don't put him on the
every one
spot
of
like
us
it's a
wanted to
bad
look
thing.
like-
No, it's a bad
every
thing.
one of us wanted to look like we had the spikiest, most solid hair
Of
on the face
course.
of the planet.
I
We
mean,
wanted to be
LA
Zach
Looks
Morris. We
and
wanted
all-
to be all of those. And Luke Perry and
well, listen,
and
when
Brandon
we're
from
Ryan
the
and I are close to the same age. Listen, everyone wanted to hate on the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, but everybody wanted to be them. Come on,
That's why I got that perm.
right?
Yeah, the problem is I was the fat one.
Joey Fat One?
Yeah, and I couldn't dance or sing or really do anything that they did that made them popular.
But you had the hair.
But you had the hair.
But you had
That's
the
all
hair.
you need.
You had the LA look. So
Hair
that's all
gets
that
you in the
matters.
door.
Actually, this
I'm
is
not
not
even
only looks.
positive my hair was
My hair,
great.
my hair has just incredible spiking abilities. This is like not even like a tiny smudge worth of pomade. It just wants to stand up on end.
Pomade.
Yeah.
Pomade.
Wow.
Stretching out those pop filters to play with pomade.
Pomade.
This podcast brought to you by
I'm-
pomade.
I'm just
Yeah, put it
disappointed
on
looking
you.
back at old pictures, and I look like a worse version of the lead singer of Smash Mouth.
I heard.
Like,
Speaking of which, I can't name my favorite holiday thing right now, but my least favorite holiday thing I was in Walmart the other day. Yes, I was
Was
shopping
it
at Walmart.
Smash Mouth holiday special?
It was a Smash Mouth Christmas song, and it was the worst goddamn fucking terrible thing I've ever heard in my entire
Honey,
life.
do you remember the Smash Mouth Christmas song?
I don't.
No.
I never heard it before, and it was terrible. It was the worst Smash Mouth I've ever heard. Well, that's saying a lot.
saying
That's pretty
something.
redundant.
That's impressive.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. It's like
Like-
it's like being like this is the
like,
worst
this
shit I
is-
ever smelled.
Yeah, the worst Smash Mouth is kind of like, I mean, where do you go from there? That's
The
hell.
It's like the worst pedophile I ever met was this guy. Oh, he's the guy that diddled me. But that was the worst pedophile I ever met. There are other ones. But oh man, hit a nerve on that one. Okay, right. Well, we're gonna try to connect again with Nick Santacroce, and find him. He's somewhere in the party. We think he's in the. We think he's up in the Ducks right now, so we're gonna go there. But thank you so much for calling in and
Yeah,
making
man.
Ben's birthday a great time. We appreciate
Absolutely.
you.
Happy birthday, Ben.
I
Try and keep
appreciate
that
it, dude, man.
jumpsuit on.
I appreciate it. It was a big surprise. Thanks, man.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Ryan. We love you, buddy.
Bye, Beth. Love
Cheers.
you.
Cheers. All right, so we're gonna. I think I see Nick lighting up the lines right here. Let's bring him in.
Matt, Ben, are you there?
Yes, we're here, Nick. Where are you?
I heard one of the operatives getting close. I think he said his code name was Brian Willis or something. I couldn't quite make it out.
Nick, we know him.
Yes, but they know we know him. I think he's been compromised.
For fuck's sake, get back in here, please.
I had to make a break for it, and so I'm in the Ducks now.
What?
The Air Ducks, Matt. Exactly like Die Hard. I took off my shoes and my socks and everything.
You did what in my house? You put your shoes back
Too late
on.
for that. Too late for that, Matt. My wife beater is soaked, and I'm sliding through these ducks like a lubed-up stepdad on Crocodile Mile.
God, Nick, my house is not Nakatomi Plaza. These AC units aren't. What's that smell?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was feeling peckish and I grabbed some snacks. There's a full bag of corn candy in your garbage.
Oh, the AC is piping foul corn smell in the office. I can't take this, and Ben looks hungry.
I also found an alarming amount of My Little Pony swag up in the attic.
We seem to be losing you, Nick. Call back when you have...
But it says property of Sir Matthew of Shankshire.
We're definitely losing you, Nick. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. We lost Nick once again. I guess he is.
Sounds like Nick's having some problems, man.
He is, but he's getting some really good bird's eye view of what's going on at the party tonight. I kind of dig that.
Yeah.
There's some things going on out there. I don't know. We know, but I believe we have a new guest in the studio right now.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh.
let me hold on.
Oh, is that champagne?
I think somebody popped
Somebody
champagne.
just popped a bottle of champagne. We popping bottles in this bitch tonight.
As soon as Shauna sat down, all of a sudden I heard a champagne pop.
Wait, are we?
Well,
wait,
you
does that
know.
mean
That
we're?
was my boner.
Just oh wow!
Are we in the
All right,
champagne
Shauna,
room?
get on that mic.
Hello
Lean right
now.
into there.
Do I have sexy radio voice?
Oh,
Yeah.
Get,
Hell
get
yeah.
get right up on that
Get
mic.
in it.
Right, like this?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Is
then,
this good?
and
Get
then
it, Rabbit.
Give some
All
sexy
right.
radio voice right
Yeah,
Well,
do it.
hello, boys,
Ooh.
and bestie.
Do you know that Shauna and I hosted a radio show together in high school?
We're listening.
That we did.
I'm just gonna mute Ben and me. Why don't you guys just why don't you do what girls do when you're alone together, just talking? Let's see what
Hi,
happens.
Shauna.
Hi, Beth.
Well, that didn't last very long.
Yeah.
It was so
Sorry.
close.
Well, neither
though.
did I.
I mean, I can't do it on the spot, guys.
So
Well, Ben's done. So Merry Christmas. So
Do I
Happy
have good
birthday.
volume because I can't hear myself?
Oh, you can't hear yourself at all?
I can hear you
I
just
can
fine.
hear a little bit, but I like to hear myself a little more. Yeah.
Is that you? Did you get
I mean,
louder?
I can hear you. Okay.
Did you get louder?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I like
Now I
that.
can't hear myself.
Oh.
Wait, you want a little
Hello,
louder?
boys.
Oh, are we just gonna?
How
keep
about?
going?
Are you better?
Alright.
You good
Oh,
there?
hey,
Is everybody
shit,
up?
that
Oh yeah, I'm
was-
just
So
turning.
now that we've got two
just
girls,
turning these
two
ladies'
girls on the
dials
casting
up
couch,
here.
like all of these guys are like leering
Yeah, you're-
through
you're
the
on-
windows.
like,
You're
what's
on-
happening in there?
Of course, Brian and Jason are like,
Yeah,
Brian.
This is like being like guys in a strip club zoo.
Why Brian?
Oh,
Yeah, Brian just like
Strippers
showed up right at the
feel.
door there, just with his bells on. So Shauna,
Yes.
we're in here tonight sharing our favorite sexual tales. So why don't you tell us your
Jesus.
most intimate sexual experience?
that's not what's happening.
In an
I'm
Anna
sorry,
Faris
I'm sorry.
voice.
Yeah, I'm
man.
sorry. No.
I was getting ready to go tell you guys some stuff.
Oh man.
Oh, about that.
I love
that one
stuff.
time.
Totally could have
Time.
tricked
Beth
her into
knows about
that.
I could have
time.
totally heard
Honey,
some
you
stuff.
should have played along.
Yeah, that's
Damn.
disappointing. Thanks a lot, Beth.
Sorry, guys.
What a Grinch. Anyway, Shauna, why don't you tell us what is your favorite thing pop culture wise about Christmas? Maybe it's a movie or a TV special or a song. What's the one thing at Christmas you just get like you get you really going? Stop laughing at that every time,
Santa,
man.
of course.
Ooh, Santa. That's our first Santa story.
But no, you know,
I wish I had the fucking Santa clip.
a big Mariah fan.
That's we're discussing
All I
that
want for Christmas.
That's our
Yes.
karaoke song in a bit.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, why don't we just skip this podcast and go
yeah,
straight
like-
to that song?
Even when I was a kid, I loved Mariah, and I would even try and do the high notes. So there's like,
Ooh.
Let's hear it. What do you have?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Way
pretty
better
good.
than I could do.
I mean, listen.
I'm not gonna lie. That is going to be a drop within a week, and I don't know that I'm not going to be able to not play it at all times because that's the greatest ever. Thank you for that,
can say You're
Shauna.
very welcome. My pleasure. Always.
Well, and what you guys don't know, so we talked about this earlier in the podcast. So I didn't have time to really pull up a lot of good Christmas soundboard effects for tonight. So I just literally downloaded 17 random effects. And I don't know what they are. They're just by number. But we're going to play one right now. If you
All right.
pick a number between 1 and 17
That's not 16 or
or 9.
9.
12.
12. All right, we're doing 12 right
do it.
now.
Happy New Year. Bye-bye.
Okay, so that's just a random creepy
just-
child
that was
saying
what
Happy
What
New
is-
Year.
What is
Like,
it?
Happy
Oh.
New Year.
How about another
I
number?
heard Happy Nay Nay.
Watch me
With-
whip
Now
and
watch-
watch me nay nay.
Nene.
Oh, this podcast just became whiter.
Let's hear number 8.
Number 8. Number 8 with a bullet. Here we go.
Merry Christmas.
Oh. Oh, hey, that's my new favorite Christmas.
Oh wow, that's a lot of lag time.
Once
in the end
again,
of that
I
one.
really just expected to hear Paul Wynn just be like, "Hello,
Merry Christmas."
Does he say Merry?
I love it.
Oh, I'm glad Beth likes it. That's good. It's good to know. Now, Shauna, as you are Beth's best friend, I believe, and I mean you're in studio. You can't not cop to that now. So you've known Beth longer than anyone here in the room.
Yeah.
What was your first impression of Ben? You know, it's his birthday coming up here. What was your first impression?
Well, she was there the night that I met Beth.
I was on their first date.
Oh, really?
That's how we do things. That's how Beth and I do things.
How far did you go?
Oh.
That's between us.
just second base for you, but
Yeah, I let them continue.
There
I was
we
like,
go.
okay,
That's what I
guys,
like.
I guess I'll let this go on.
You waved
without
them
me.
through.
I would just like to say it wasn't long into the date, and Shauna had a lot of meat in her mouth.
Oh my God.
We were
And later that
we
night,
were at
Jesus,
Duffy's.
Ben.
later that
The
later that night, I
the
played
meat
with her
that I
Wii.
had in my
Ben's
mouth
family
was
is
chicken wings.
listening. Wait, what?
I'm talking
It was
about chicken wings.
Chicken
Matt,
wings.
what are you talking
What
about?
are you even insinuating? I mean, come on, guys.
If you had sounded slightly, what are you insinuating?
Listen, I
Stuart,
have nothing to say to that.
Wow.
what did you?
So-
And then later that night, I touched
So, yeah, so
touched
here's what
your and
happened.
Jason's Wii.
So that's true. You did. You did. I forgot about that.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh God. But yeah, so Beth and I and Jason, my husband,
Wow.
were at Duffy's, the sports bar. For those of you who don't know what Duffy's
That's
is,
a strip club for those of you in Inland, Florida. Continue.
And we had Beth sit with her back to the door just in case.
Listen,
In case they had to do the
In case I had to give the ixnay.
the duck and roll.
Wow.
Give him the axe.
Do a barrel roll.
I was prepared to run out.
Oh my God.
She really was. I was prepared to be the awkward friend that was like, "Oh no, there's no Beth at this table."
Well, you met Ben on OkCupid. Why were you prepared to? What were you
Because,
expecting?
listen, Ben had a variety of photos on his profile from spanning a range of years. I was like, I have
true.
no idea what this guy's actually gonna look like.
Ah.
I was like, he's attractive in all of these photos, but he's very different in every photo. So who knows if this is even, if it's
real
even the
dude.
same person in each of these photos. And so he came. So I sat with my back to the door, and he came in.
He walked in, and I gave her the signal. I gave her the
she was
the,
like-
the raised eyebrows.
And I was like, "Is he cute?" And she was like, "You're gonna like him."
Oh.
Yes.
She
See, I
gave
know
you the
my
men's
bestie.
warehouse.
Listen,
You're gonna
I
like
gave
the way
that
he
blessing
feels.
as soon as he walked in the door.
What?
And,
The way I feel?
You're gonna like the way he looks.
I guarantee it.
So then we played trivia, and we left there feeling stupider than I've ever felt in my life because Ben had like every answer to every single question in trivia. And I was like, the fuck did this guy do? Like, what does he do?
Ben
Like a
Effortless
fucking
Wilson.
college professor? Like, what is this? But I was like, well, I guess that can only turn out good, right? And it did. So
Sure.
I guess good on me. For
That is
approving.
amazing. Well, I mean, you're the best friend
And
approval
then
is
we
very
all
important.
Yeah. Yeah, I gave my approval pretty early on, so.
That's so nice. Well, that was wonderful. That was wonderful. We're so happy to hear that.
But what is one of your favorite Ben memories? Would it maybe be your sister's wedding?
Oh God! Don't bring that up.
Oh,
was that
yes.
the Georgia napkin night?
That is the Georgia napkin
That
night.
is the Georgia napkin night. God,
That's how I refer to it in our in
That,
Ben
my
circles.
friends, was the night my father fell in love with Ben as well. With how inebriated he was.
I
in
love this guy.
I love this guy. I mean, inebriated both of them were. They were out on the dance floor just having a grand old time.
I still my favorite part to look back on that, which is there's nothing I like about that night except for the fact that apparently everyone was just like, he's the best dancer out here, just like get him back out on the dance floor, and you were just like, no, like don't.
Yeah, Beth was having
don't
none of it.
let
I mean,
him
I remember,
out
but I
there.
also remember Ben eating several entrees.
Like everybody's plate.
Everybody's plate at the table. He was just like
literally
shifting the
reached
table.
over and grabbed all of Jason's shrimp and started eating it.
Oh, that's so me though. That I'm the same. Like when I get super drunk, that's the first thing that hits is ravenous.
And then fell asleep before the entree
Yes. Yes.
That was memorable.
That was Georgia, Arkansas 2010. I remember the game. I have no defense for that. That was a bad day.
It was a wonderful, wonderful evening.
I still had fun. Hey, well, so here's the thing though. The venue was this place called
Benvenuto.
I've been to weddings there
in Boynton Beach, Florida, where apparently they're just like, hey, we're gonna feed you as much.
Sorry,
we're gonna feed you as much booze.
I'm sorry, ladies. Ben's in the middle of a story, and
my husband walked by with food.
I'm just super excited. Well, I can't see
eating
either.
It very seductively.
Much like our audience, I don't know what you're talking about, but Ben's telling a story, and I'll just hear like, what is he eating? That looks delicious. What is that? It looks so good. It looks delicious. But just for our viewers out there, we were literally in a glass room with the view of the entire party out there. So if you hear things like this, it's us commenting on the amazing things that are happening out there.
Yeah. Anyways, all I was gonna say is that I made a big mistake of like going for like my third dirty martini, like at the Bill Jerome Martini Bar.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And it definitely didn't.
Is she gonna fit that whole thing in there?
Gotta get the drop of that.
I just love that. Like we don't often have females on the New Wave podcast, so I like that you guys are representing for your gender tonight. Hardcore to be just as dirty as the rest of us, which I 100% like.
We are way worse.
Yeah,
you got no idea.
You know what? No,
I
entirely agree with that. I've long since said that any two female best friends have heard more about their partners in intimacy than guys will ever share. Like Beth, I don't even know if Beth has a vagina, other than you have children. So I assume, but I don't know because Ben doesn't talk about it. But you guys know, Shauna, you know exactly what Ben's penis looks like, don't you?
Listen,
you could draw it by memory.
That's not from me. That's from Timmy.
Timmy came to me at the first party where I had met everybody.
Ben's
for the first
birthday
time.
party.
Oh yeah,
that's right. Ben's
right.
Birthday party right after they started dating, and I'm in line standing next to him waiting to go to the bathroom, and he looks over at me. He's like,
I'm in the bathroom peeing.
and I'm just like
the door's shut,
waiting.
so I can hear the whole conversation.
Timmy's like, Ben's got a big dick. I'm like, good to know. Okay. And then he went in the bathroom, and Beth came out, and I was like, the fuck is going on? You didn't tell me he had a big dick. She's like, well, I don't know yet.
That was a really good Beth impersonation, by the way.
You sounded so innocent there with I don't know yet.
But that's such a Beth. Beth has always got the innocent voice.
She found out like 13
voice.
Hours later.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you some things off the record, but I'm not putting this on the podcast.
I found this out like well after it. I was just like, oh, so you only slept with me after Timmy said that I had a big dick. Maybe I need Timmy to pimp for me.
It's true. Yeah, I think so.
Timmy did you a favor that night.
I guess so.
But he was, and Shauna was like, "That's my best friend." He was like, "Oh, but I mean, it's like an anaconda."
Yeah. I was like, well, all right.
He oversold it, and
then at that point, everybody
anaconda.
at the party knew you had a big dick. So I was like, did y'all hear Ben's got a big dick?
That's the whole reason why. Like the next day, all I heard was wah, wah, wah.
No, that's how I met Ben. I was at a random bar and I heard someone go, "Do you hear Ben's got a big dick?" I'm like, "Who's this Ben guy? I gotta meet this guy."
Gotta meet him.
Well, thank you so much for your Ben Big Dick stories.
No problem.
I think we've got another surprise coming in here, and then we're gonna send some more guests in.
My favorite pop culture thing.
Oh,
you didn't ask me.
We haven't gotten to you yet. Do you want to do it right now?
Go ahead, Matt.
Let's
do
do
what
it.
You're gonna do.
Let's
no,
do
your
it
sound
right.
effect. What number is it?
Oh,
number 10.
That wasn't
3.
a sound effect. No. Tell us to your favorite.
Let me hear number 10.
All right, number 10.
Number 10.
This one's 30 seconds long.
Okay, you can shut that off.
Nope. We're gonna listen to the whole thing.
What the fuck? You just
I
said
hope
some
you're happy with
crazy
yourself,
shit.
Beth.
Listen, hablo un poquito español.
¿Dónde están mis pantalones?
He said, Feliz
Where are
Navidad.
your
He said, Merry
pants?
Christmas.
Ay, mis huevitos pequeños negritos y azulitos.
That was good. What is your Christmas tale, Beth? Your favorite part of Christmas, pop culture wise?
Fuck you.
Oh my goodness, that was angry.
Kevin?
Don't drop the mic, Beth.
My
Did Kevin just walk in here?
favorite Christmas movie is Christmas Vacation.
Oh hell yeah!
It is I quote it all year long. It is really, it is the funniest movie I've seen in my entire life.
It's good.
Merry Christmas, Merry
And
Christmas.
then recently, so if the two people listening who don't know, we have a daughter named Margot, and there's a character in Christmas Vacation named Margot, and recently she asked me something. She asked so many questions. She has a billion questions, and she just kept asking me things, and I finally went, I don't know, Margot.
Why is the floor wet, Todd?
I don't know, and so I busted out laughing, and she just stared at me, and she was a little upset because then she thought I was laughing at her. But
she's so sensitive.
Oh yeah, that's those characters are the part of Christmas Vacation that grow in me more and more every year that I watch it, and I'm more interested in Todd and Margot's story because I'm like, I am Todd and Margot.
I would totally watch that movie.
So good.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus and
hell
David
yeah.
Duchovny, or is it
Not David Duchovny. I don't know who that other dude is, but
whatever.
some guy that's not as famous.
I always
as
get
her.
him confused with the other guy because David Duchovny's in Beethoven.
Yes, and he's in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
That's true.
One of my favorites. But thank you so much for sharing. Christmas Vacation is just a fucking classic.
It is.
It's good stuff.
I love it.
Fuck this shit.
My goodness.
I'm gonna go burn your kitchen down like I was trying to do before I came in here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Goodbye.
Thanks so much for coming by.
Feliz Navidad. Let us know when we can sing our Mariah.
I thought you guys
Carey,
were singing
motherfuckers.
Ho 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 by the Yin Yang Twins. I pulled that karaoke. You know how long I looked for that karaoke, Beth? I looked a long time for that karaoke, and I found it.
Well, then you need to let us go drink a little bit.
Well, then you guys get out there and get liquored up. Drink some of Ben's nog.
Get into that nog.
Yeah, get that nog. Get some nog going.
Nog.
All right. Thank you guys so
Slob
much.
on my nog.
That's what I was doing.
3-6 Mafia.
Who are you calling?
For some reason, I feel like
I think John wants to come back.
I think we've got a caller here. We might have a caller. Trying to get a caller going. There we go. Hello, caller. You're on the air on the New Way podcast.
Who the new number? Who the fuck is this?
This New Way podcast, man. Who is this?
Oh shit! Oh man, that's crazy. I love the New Way podcast, bro. That's fucking awesome. Is this Matt?
This is Matt. Who am I talking to?
This is Greg Klein.
Greg Klein, surprising Ben on a call.
How are you doing, Greg?
Fucking day to be.
You beautiful bearded bastard. How are you doing, dude?
I am doing fantastic. How are you on this wonderful day of days?
I'm great. How is life outside of Florida?
Oh, I'm rallying right now so hard.
Oh, you're rallying so hard.
It feels great, but I really miss your faces. I wish so badly I could be pimento cheese in the middle of your sandwich, your three-way situation.
In the middle of my mini sandwich.
Yes.
that tiny sandwich with the very thin bread.
I wish you wouldn't talk about it like that. I don't think it's tiny.
Hey, man,
So-
I'm really happy that you called in. This is super special. Thank you so much for doing that.
I mean, honestly, I'm a really busy person, and I don't fucking do this for anybody. So
now
you
I feel
should
special.
feel like that. And I actually prepared a little something for you. So if you give me a second to get ready, I'll give you your full birthday gift.
Oh. Full frontal nudity?
Are we ready? Well, maybe.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
have to wait
I'm
and
ready.
find out.
I'm
Let's
ready.
do
Here we go.
What's going on?
I don't know what's happening.
I hear clicking.
I hear a...
I got my ass right out of town. 3 shots of Jane with 3 IPAs.
Wow.
And I sure would like some sweet company. Benny, you got a mouth. What do you say?
Yes.
Cause I'm gone.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gone. You're gonna miss my sweet ass dong. You're gonna miss my fucking beer. You're gonna miss my chest with barrow. Gadwell Lane should write new songs.
Yes! Ryan, holy shit, Greg, that is the greatest.
Greg, that was awesome.
So I'm we've just been joined in studio with Sheila Prevale, Cal Charles, and Daniel Kenny to we need to get headphones for Dan here. Hold on a second.
Here, I can give it mine.
Well, you need to be able to hear though.
No, I know I'm on, so it doesn't matter.
But you won't be able to hear Greg.
You're always
That's
on,
true.
my friend.
Yeah, there was a red pair of headphones that were. Oh, there you go. Yeah, plug those guys in. There's on the floor. There's an outlet. You'll see like a little cord thing to plug into down there on the floor. And Dan, you should be able to hear. And then you can just share a mic maybe with Ben. Look somewhere.
Just run where
Yeah.
this is going.
Sorry, there's not a well-oiled machine at this point of the party.
It's already plugged in.
No.
Oh, it's plugged in?
not.
Oh, put
You
on
guys
the
haven't
headphones.
been
Can you hear
drinking
Dan?
all fucking day?
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, we got Dan on here. So we have a full room right now with a.
Wow.
So these are all Native Remedies employees, along with Ben. Greg is one of our big longtime fans on the show.
I'm not an ex Native Remedies
No,
employee.
Ben is not. But Native Remedies has joined up to celebrate the holidays and your birthday. And mostly the holidays, but also your birthday.
To Ben.
Sort of Sonic.
Greg just serenaded Ben with maybe the most beautiful, touching song I think I've ever heard in my life.
I still can't. I think that's the best rhyme scheme I've ever heard. Where you said you're gonna what was the line? You're gonna miss my dong, and you're gonna miss
That's
sweet
right.
ass dong.
You're gonna miss my sweet ass dong.
Sweet ass dong.
Sweet ass dong. That's a good rhyme. That is a really great rhyme.
I mean, when it comes from the heart and it's honest, it really just flows out.
I mean, you could be
right.
fucking Prince, dude. I mean, just
Actually, Greg was fucking Prince at one point.
Oh, wow.
No, I mean, no, just
Wow,
sorry.
We clearly fucking didn't talk about you not saying that.
Sorry. I believe there was an NDA that was signed that I'm not allowed to actually talk about that.
I'm gonna speak to my. I was gonna say Jewish lawyers. That'd be a little redundant. My friends.
Hey, so Greg, I have since I have the Native Remedies team in here,
Yes.
I have
Ooh,
some
yeah.
questions.
DK and SP.
So talking about from the outside looking in, all of you guys worked at Native Remedies. I got to experience from the outside looking in, kind of like the Greg Smash, phenomena. Can you guys explain a little bit more about what happened with the Greg Smash phenomena? Do you know what's going on?
Dan needs a mic.
Yeah.
Because clearly he has a
Talking
recollection because he's about
I'd
to
like
pass out from
Dan's
laughter.
point of view on that and Sheila's because they're both going to be very different.
True. Dan, go first.
The biggest thing I remember from that is
there you go.
the DVD, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was the most inappropriate DVD we froze in the freezer.
I know exactly what DVD. It was called a DVD called "Lasting Longer." And it was a hypnosis DVD to make sure that you lasted longer from the Hypnosis Network from Lovitch.
Yeah, Lovitch. From
fucking Lovitch. Partnered up to make this DVD that was supposed to help you to last longer in bed as a woman, because it's a problem when women finish too early. It's a plague on men constantly to happen that way.
Hey, do you guys still have the DVD?
I think it's in 5,000 pieces if you need, Benny.
We put it in the. By the way, this is my favorite joke I ever made in Native Remedies. It was so dumb. I put it in the freezer so it would last longer. So there was a lasting longer DVD that would last longer because it was in the freezer. I thought that was pretty fantastic.
Yeah,
but
that's when you should have quit right then.
I think that was actually the last thing we did.
Yeah, that might have been one of the last ones that we crushed on there. Now, Sheila, when you first met Greg Klein, what was your impression?
I didn't have an impression of him.
You did?
Did not.
Oh.
I mean...
But you grew to love me. How long did that take?
Not that long.
I get the feeling she's lying.
Yeah, I think she
The
was being
facial
a little
expression says
closed.
otherwise.
Yeah, I agree, Cal.
I mean,
I will say that I personally didn't know Greg until he started hanging around Mark Paternak.
Cal is there too?
Of course I'm here. I've been looking forward to this since October. This is like the single most exciting thing of my week.
I have. By the way, Greg, this is all on video. I have a new video set up in the studio, so you're gonna actually be able to see this.
I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, it's right up there, guys. There you go. That's video. It's
Perfect.
happening.
Perfect.
Look at Dan's butt. He's been working out. I think he's got a little. There we go. Yeah, that's nice.
He's got big butts. He cannot lie.
All right, Cal, continue.
So yeah, it was Mark Paternak and Greg were like buddies in the office. So out of that, it was like Greg kind of just by osmosis became like. No offense, but I like Greg. I do like Greg.
Yeah, I love you, Cal. You can say it.
I love you, Greg.
Thank you. You're right though. I definitely hung out in Mark's office a lot, and then there was Cal right there, so I couldn't just walk on by. Why would you do that? You gotta get some Cal.
Yeah, it was almost like you couldn't get away from Cal at times. It was like almost tenacious in his. Yeah, no, it was a good thing. It's fine. But yeah, you couldn't get away
Mark
from him.
was the heartbeat of the office.
True.
And Cal
was the voice, the song. Sometimes every morning, whether you wanted it or not, the song of Native Remedies.
Oh, absolutely. I love it.
Well, so Sheila, Cal, and Dan, you guys. Well, Dan's been on the podcast once before, sort of. I mean, he was physically in the room while it was being recorded, and maybe said a word or two. Cal and Sheila, I don't think I've ever listened to the podcast or been on it. You guys are virgins.
You should post a link to it on your the
yeah, I had
page.
no idea you had one.
I knew he had one, but I never.
But he never wanted to listen to it.
That's some
fine.
serious bullshit.
That's okay, Cal. That's fine.
You don't advertise. What do you want me to tell you?
I advertise plenty.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I tag myself in it every week.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's a lot of yelling going on in the party out here. But yeah, I just want to. These are all my old coworkers. We're really good friends, and Greg is one of our podcast super fans. So it'd be really fun to have everybody in here, kind of to talk about it.
Hey, Greg, did you listen to the most recent musical episode?
I was told this is a must listen to, and I have not.
You have
listened to it
not.
Yet, but I will.
You really. Well, by the way, you also need to listen to the Big podcast because we have a new caller, and I gotta say he is very Greg-esque. Ryan and Greg to me are very much similar podcasts, and he's become kind of a super fan of the show as well. So I highly recommend listening to it.
You could say that Ryan is a little gregarious.
Here we go. Give it to him. Give it to him, Matt.
Well, if Cal, Sheila, and Dan didn't want to leave at this point, they do now. I'm sure of it. But
nope, I'm sitting in for the long haul.
Well, anyone that wants to say
nobody
can say in here.
I
do believe we have another call coming in from Nick, who is somewhere up in the air ducts of the. Oh my God!
Sorry.
Oh my! Come on, Ben.
Hey, listen, I got my ham horn here.
Right, well, Ben is drunk.
Yeah, me too.
Where's Nick? I'm not drunk.
So Nick is actually. I'll let you hear it. Nick's gonna call in. Greg, I'm gonna let you listen to this. I don't recommend that you maybe interact with it so much, but Nick is calling in from the air duct. So we thank you so much, Greg. Thank you so much for taking some time out. We appreciate it. And yeah, we're gonna go to a call from Nick. I'll keep you on for just a little bit, and then we'll sign off from you. But thanks so much, Greg.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks, man.
Love, boys.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Cheers.
Exactly.
All right. There we go. Let's see here, and I think we have Nick coming in now.
This is McFly coming in. McFly.
Yeah.
Hello, McFly.
Yeah. We
Do you hear me?
hear you.
Hello. Is anybody home?
Why are you McFly?
Because I'm like a McFly on the wall. Get
For
it?
God's sake! Anything you report on the Russians who are hacking my party?
Listen, Gaelic Janessa, you know how real this is.
Look, that's not fair.
You know, the guy who hacked your Instagram account
I'm
a while
aware.
back. Seriously, this guy hacked Matt's Instagram, and now I can't even send him a meme.
Okay,
the easy way. I got to take a screenshot and text him. It's so fucking lame.
Okay, so that actually did happen, but seriously, what's going on out there? Where are you?
Yeah. So anyway, I've been in the ducks over your guest bathroom for like the past 20 minutes, and let me tell you, it is pretty alarming up there.
What's going on in my bathroom?
Well, the dude was staring at himself in the mirror, and he was doing bits from the vagina monologues, which wouldn't be as weird, but he was doing it as Paul Lynde, and I've never heard Paul Lynde say vagina before. To say the least, it was sobering.
Wow, what else was going on down there?
Well, John Reinswald was there, and he drew an entire city plan on the mirror in soap and kept uttering, "One day, buddy, one day, you'll make your real town."
Yeah, that sounds about right. Anything else going on there?
I don't think I should. I don't think I should share it.
Come on, man. We need to know what's going on out there. Ben could go full awakenings at any moment. Now tell us.
Well, Paul Mammolito returned. I think it was his 10th or 11th trip, but he was not alone.
Oh, who's the lucky lady? Ooh, not a lady?
I don't know. There was no actual talking. I just saw 6 hairy legs, and I smelled a combination of hair gel and patchouli oil. I also heard the wallflowers. The wallflowers.
All right. Okay, Nick is clearly getting drunk up above my bathroom. Are you drinking
I also
right
heard
now?
The wallflowers playing softly in the background.
Oh my God, you are drunk.
So were they. Listen, I'm on the move. I heard those Russians again. They are in the house. More to come.
Okay, well, thank you, Nick, for checking in with us. And man, I've got to say right now, there are a lot of moving pieces going on with this podcast tonight that I am super excited to have mostly kind of worked out. I also even just buzzed someone into the community on my phone while doing this. But
yeah,
I'm
impressed.
We are now joined in studio by 2 new guests. One, Brian Willis and Adriana Garcia Willis.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
Say hello.
Get up on that mic.
Oh,
Hi,
Merry
good
Christmas.
evening. Yes, Merry Christmas. Happy birthday.
You just
thank
sounded
you.
like that sketch with Kristen Wiig and Fred Armisen where they're singing the
What?
Christmas song.
I love to.
Good. Well, welcome to the pod. You
Yes.
guys are another podcast virgins. You've never been on the show, or I don't think listened to a show.
No, we have.
No, yeah, that's right. You listened to maybe a couple of those.
Yes.
But thank you so much for joining us. By the way, you are on camera, just so you know, if you look up above me.
Up
there.
I just want to have to let everyone know, because I saw Adriana's hand was
I'm
on
suing.
on
Well,
Brian's
I was about to
knee,
say,
and I was starting to go
Oh my
higher.
We have the
and-
waivers. We have the waivers
Yeah,
available.
You
right
actually,
here.
once you walked through the door, you
This is what
signed
we
away
call
everything.
implied consent. So, but just when you start to derobe, it's,
Yes,
it's
yes.
Okay, there we go.
you know, it's all copacetic. It's fine.
I love it.
Disrobe, derobe, disrobe,
Disrobe.
disrobe, derobe. I don't know.
Disrobe makes sense.
Right.
doesn't it?
Both
I'll
work,
take
okay.
both.
You take
You
both.
take both?
I'll take both. It's the
So,
same thing.
so Brian and Adriana, we
She's
are.
like, I'm getting naked no matter what.
Exactly.
So we are.
Hey, Brian, lean on that.
uh-oh.
On that
Oh
mic.
yeah. Oh yeah. You need to get into that mic.
On the mic.
No,
on
no,
the
no.
mic.
You need to
Let's
get.
talk
Okay.
more. Yeah.
Put your mouth
Here,
on it.
put
Yeah,
it
there we
there.
go. Oh, there we go. There it is. Right on it. There it is. That feels good. No, Brian, a little closer.
Get
Just a little closer, right?
Yeah, right there.
Let me. There we go. God, that feels good. Well, Merry Christmas to all of us.
Merry Christmas.
Now, Brian. It is the holiday season. Do you have a movie or a song, something pop culture related about Christmas that really gets you in the Christmas mood?
Nothing really. I work for retail, so it's a little hard. They push the Christmas spirit out of me in early August.
Yeah.
I knew there was a reason I loved Brian.
I find that hard to believe.
Another
I think
fucking
you have.
Grinch.
I think you have some geeky tastes that have Christmas-related products with them that you might like. No.
His favorite movie is Jingle All the Way.
Well, that makes sense because it's everyone's favorite Christmas movie. I mean, Brian spent an evening over here a couple of weeks ago watching the new Kurt Russell Christmas movie on Netflix,
Which we started watching, actually.
is not good. It is
No,
not good.
Not
It is
at
I feel very grinchy to say that everyone else keeps writing in about how they love this movie, and I did not enjoy it.
I expected a complete piece of shit
Yeah.
from what you guys had said. And I was pleasantly like, it's not good, but it's not bad. I would say it's just kind of passable.
You should probably look over your shoulder. Other way. No. Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
Your wife was putting them on the glass.
Oh wow.
Well, that was better than the entirety of that Kurt Russell movie.
Well, I'm not going to argue with that.
No,
I'm not saying it's good, but
No.
Nick made it sound like it was like very egregiously bad.
I don't
know. It didn't seem like that to me.
I'm wondering if this is a possible thing. So normally,
I only watched 40 minutes of it.
No. So
Beth fell asleep.
So normally you get drunk or you get high or get whatever, and you watch a bad movie, and it makes the bad movie better. I'm wondering if there's an effect. Maybe we can coin the term tonight, where you get messed up and you watch a mediocre movie, and it's not elevated. It's actually made worse. That you just don't get any enjoyment out of it.
Or the vice versa, where it's like it's a mediocre movie that you've been so preconditioned to hate.
Sure.
That it actually ends up being better than you expected it to be.
Yeah, no, and for me, it was I was expecting the movie to be so bad it was good. I was expecting it to be just ridiculous and crazy and super fun to watch. And I was bored by it a little bit, but
didn't I fall asleep?
Brian fell asleep. No, well, Brian fell asleep during.
You came here and watched it. I was like, when did you watch it?
Brian fell asleep during the sexy time that preceded.
And he also fell asleep more during Santa Claus the movie, which I made us put on after that movie to say, here's what a bad movie makes you feel good about. And then I apologize. I'm really sorry, Brian, because I took one video afterwards and I did not. I feel like I was in my head I was being funny, but I sounded very, very serious. I confronted Brian about whether or not he would have been
had
sexually
sex with
Mrs.
Claus.
Claus in Santa Claus the movie.
No.
Now she's an
Why didn't I see this?
She's an old lady. I was just trying to be funny about it, but I got very
wait. Let's be equal opportunity. Adriana, would you have sex with Mrs. Claus from the Santa Claus?
I mean, well,
I mean, I don't. Let me see if this will actually work. If I can do this, but it is. I felt kind of bad because I felt I maybe I took things a little bit too far with this. But I took a video of me trying to get Brian to admit that he would have sex with old Mrs. Claus.
Actually, wasn't you trying to convince him? You were just convincing he was a monster because he didn't want to have sex.
Yeah, that's actually more of an accurate. Oh, here we go. Let me see if this will work.
You have the video. Oh, I have to see this.
Hold on.
It's too good to fuck Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus the movie. Just want to go on record. He's a judgmental piece of shit. Are you a judgmental piece of shit, Brian?
No.
No. Well, that's a Nick. Think Brian's a little bit judgmental? Nick, would you hit Mrs. Claus?
Nick gives a face that says, might.
Mrs. Claus?
Ask my brother. My brother says no.
No? All right. That makes 2 out of 3, Brian. You're still an asshole.
I felt it's legitimately funny watching it, but I felt very bad about that. Now, Adriana, I sense that you are more of a Christmas spirit than Brian is. Am I incorrect in that?
Well, she does not work in retail, or at least in the same.
She's a dentist, like works with a dentist, like the little boy from the Rudolph. The misfit that wants to be a dentist.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yes. No, I do. Ever since I was a little girl, my grandfather's brother-in-law owned a farm in Miami, and it was a pig farm. And my background is Cuban, so we would go down to Miami and pick our pig. Yeah.
And shoot it right on the spot.
And yeah.
And Brian, calm down.
Jeez, babe, really? So I'd get really.
I remember the first time I went pigging. I'm from Tennessee. Don't fuck with me.
It's called hogging.
Yeah.
It takes place in college.
Oh.
But
same thing.
Yeah.
But no, I would get really excited because I knew Christmas was coming, and I don't know what it is. I guess in the Spanish culture, we sing Happy Birthday to Jesus, and my grandma would get a cake.
Feliz cumpleaños?
Yes, Feliz cumpleaños
a Jesus.
A Jesus, sí. Mm-hmm. And then, my favorite song when I was a little girl would come on. It was
Mi Burrito, and it was a little boy and his little donkey, and they would go. I know it's
No! Please sing us the song. Can you sing us the song? Come on, please.
Oh my gosh! If you bring it up, I will sing with it.
I mean, I can try. I can try. I can totally try
this. It's a kid's version. Kids version of it.
Kids version.
I can't even talk. Yeah.
They're all versions.
I need more drinks.
Mi Burrito is the name of the fake porno that I shot last week.
I
know this song.
I was gonna say, like 96.5 plays it non-stop now.
Mi burrito, I like to despacito. I don't do to mi burrito. I don't know if I. Will you sing along with this if I play this?
She will.
All right,
please.
Hold on, I'm gonna put it up here.
Oh my gosh.
Mi burrito sabanero.
Oh my gosh.
It's singing the song, baby.
Here we go. You see it up there?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, this is what used to get me excited. Yes. I love it.
Sounds like you're saying semen.
Semen what?
Yeah, I know, right?
A burrito and semen doesn't sound
Yeah,
good.
Semen,
yeah.
out of penis they have been.
See, I told you, babe, this was supposed to be Brian's part, the tookie tookie tookie. Oh my gosh.
And that's the part where Brian gargles balls.
I mean, that song is infectious. If there's anything that's infectious, that's an amazing song.
Yes.
I would never have known about that if we had not done this podcast tonight, Adriana.
Yeah, well, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Now, do you guys want to share a Ben story? Do you guys have a story that you remember about Ben that makes you laugh or cry?
Oh, please don't.
Brian! Oh my God, just do it. Just do it.
Let's hear it, Brian. Let's hear it.
Okay. There was one time when he was living at Mike's house, he had too much to drink. And
I don't believe
that
it.
never happened.
No, it never.
He never drinks.
No.
Blasphemy.
He went to the refrigerator and thought it was the toilet.
By the way, this was not at Mike's house. That was at Andrew Choset's house.
Oh, okay. I wasn't there. I just heard about it. And I heard there was
I
T-shirts
thought
that
you
were
were
going to
Poor
be
Andrew Chosen.
And then he pulled the bottom drawer out
Hmm?
and pulled his pants down. And he was going to take.
And he
a
left
crap.
the Christmas surprise.
Yes.
Yeah, no. He did
Yeah,
not actually.
He
have a
didn't.
Christmas surprise.
He didn't though. So.
Oh my gosh.
But
I threatened to.
he threatened to.
I believe at one point you were talking to someone on the phone and you were in a phone booth. Am I incorrect about this? That there was a
That, no,
I have
that's
to make
not,
a call.
That is
I have to
not,
make a call.
No,
Different night.
that's what happened when Andrew came in. He said, "What are you doing?" I was
okay.
like, "I'm just trying to make a phone call, dude."
By the way, that is my favorite get out of jail free. Like you got caught doing something bad. You're like, dude, what are you doing? You're like, I'm just trying to make a phone call.
Trying to make a phone call.
It disarms anyone asking you. They're like, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
There's a larger backstory behind that. The infamous fridge shitting story, which never actually happened, but it was.
It happened in one place. In a script that you and I were working on.
That's true.
For a movie called Hell Week, where it does take place
I honestly think that thing happened back in 2006 actually.
Wow.
2006, just because I wanted to incorporate that. I didn't even realize at that time I wanted to incorporate that into a future script that we would write together.
I've got to be honest, and the version that we scripted where he looks for lettuce to wipe with is maybe one of the funniest gags we've ever written together.
Oh my God.
Yep.
But well, thank you guys.
And the long stare at the pea soup.
Oh yeah, the pea soup is a good one. It's a good one too. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
you gotta finish that screenplay.
It's done.
Do you guys have anything else you want to share with us tonight? Or you? can go back out to the party and join the group.
You know, honestly, I hope you have a great birthday.
Thanks.
A great
Aw.
Christmas.
Thank you,
And
Adrian.
honestly,
I love Brian and Adriana. You guys are awesome.
You are the best. You
hanging
really
out
are.
with you guys. You have no. I mean, when you're performing and we can't come, you can. I get really bummed because I love seeing you perform. It's
Brian can't come unless you're performing.
yeah,
is
I know.
what I've heard.
So true.
it's
yeah. I need Ben's music in the background.
Jeez.
Getting it going. Yeah.
It's gonna be later tonight. I'm just gonna be in the bedroom, just gonna be like,
I love it. Yes. Yes.
Mi burrito grande,
Mi burrito es so big and grande. If you love Adriana. I love that song. That makes me think of Christmas now. It's good stuff.
that was a little racist.
What? How dare you? I was celebrating their culture. How dare you?
Whose culture?
Everyone's culture.
Okay.
It's not, it's fine. All right. Thank you guys so much.
thank
And,
you.
and Merry
Fun.
Christmas.
Yes,
and
Merry Christmas.
we will join you out there in just a few minutes, I think.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.
All right, bye.
I think we might have another call from Nick Santa Croce here. Let me see here, and let's see what's going on. Maybe.
Ho, ho, ho. Santa Croce's coming to town. I mean, McFly. It's McFly. What's up?
Are you on the roof?
I've entered the ducts directly above the Last Pint Production studio, and it's glorious.
How did you get over here?
I found some rope, and I pulled my way up.
Rope?
It was nerd rope, motherfucker!
Of course. All right, what did you learn about our Russian operatives? Nick?
Yeah, I'm here. So, I may have been a little off base in my analysis.
So Brian Willis isn't a Russian operative.
Apparently, Brian was just talking to his lovely wife, Adriana, and he's trying to talk to her. In retrospect, I think he was trying to talk to her in Spanish, but...
Brian sounds Russian when he speaks Spanish.
Yeah, he sounds Russian when he speaks Spanish. Maybe it might be the bourbon and the corn candy, but... simple overreaction. Anyway, I heard you guys telling Ben stories, and I wondered, could I share mine?
Well, why don't you come down here and tell it in the studio?
No. This is where I belong. I deserve this. Anyway, when Ben broke his neck and he was in the Halo, I was actually charged with giving him sponge baths. So I may be the only person besides Ben and maybe his parents to bathe him, and I think that puts me in really rare company. We're in a band together, and I gave him baths. But for my birthday, I'll never forget. We went on tour. He was in the Halo. We went on tour. We came in second place in the Battle of the Bands. We made the front page, the entertainment section of the FSView with him in the Halo. He didn't let it slow him down, and especially on my birthday, he bought me tickets to see my favorite band, the Get Up Kids, in Atlanta. Well, it was his favorite band, but still, it was pretty awesome. I drove his truck to Atlanta while he was in the Halo, and he braved the front row of this concert after, being in the car for hours.
Strong man.
Just to get to this concert, take me to my first Get Up Kids show, and, it was my special day, but of course the Get Up Kids loved seeing this guy in the Halo in the front row, so afterwards, I gave him a free shirt, and they bought us drinks after the show. Get Up Kids. I'll never forget it. And I'll never forget that Halo didn't slow him down from being a really awesome friend. So that's probably, the first thing that I think of when I think of Ben.
Well, that was beautiful, buddy. I hope you enjoy your night in the Ducks. And we'll send some food and booze up shortly. So don't get lost up there. And happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, Nick. Thank you so much for calling in again. So we now have two new guests in the studio right now. Jamie, how do you pronounce your last name? Is it Suede?
Hold on, dude.
Oh!
These contraptions.
We got some headphone. Headphone difficulties.
And then the left music on left.
It's
over.
That's
Jamie, this is your this is your second party tonight?
Yeah, you're coming from another party, right? Yeah, there you go.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness!
If this
I
is
don't
our
think I've ever
second
seen
party-
you like this. By the way, just so you know, you guys are on. You're on video as well as audio. If you look up there,
We're just telling you now because when I start
camera's in the
disrobing,
corner over Slimer's head. So yeah, if Ben takes his penis out, I just want you to know that you opted into this 100%. But we have
implied consent.
So Max, your last name is Clausen?
Yes.
And Jamie, your last name is Suid or Suede?
Suid.
Suid. All right. So we've got Jamie and Max here in studio, and we want to hear from you guys a little bit about it. So it's Ben's birthday weekend.
Woo!
What's up, guys?
And it's my holiday party here at the house.
Birthday.
So Jamie, why don't you tell me a little bit? What's something pop culture related you love about Christmas? Maybe it's a movie or a song. It's a TV special. It's something that really says Christmas to you. Gets you in the mood.
I don't want to go too unoriginal, but National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation just speaks to me.
It's so good. What's is there a moment in that movie that really just gets you, that feels like you've got kids.
House, dude. That's
lean into the mic.
time-
Lean into the mic.
Every time I put up
okay.
Christmas lights on the outside of my house, that's what goes through my head.
So
Clark.
So you do the full on? Do you do a full on display at your house?
No, not full on, but definitely on the outside of the roof and
Ladder
grass and
involved?
stuff. Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, I can't. I'm scared to death of ladders. So all of my decorations are at mat height and lower. I can't deal with it.
It's funny because I can fly all day, but you get me 12 feet off the ground, I'm terrified.
Right, exactly.
I'm exactly the same way.
So I didn't bring this up with my wife because she also Beth loves Christmas Vacation for good reason. It's awesome.
It's great. It's great.
It's the best, arguably the best National Lampoon.
It's an interesting argument, but
that could be. You could extrapolate.
It's the longest lasting.
You could extrapolate that
so
argument a little bit.
watchable every time.
It is great.
The hardest I remember laughing as a kid, and I think I must have been 10 because that movie came out in '91, I believe. The hardest I ever remember laughing in the theater was the scene where he greases up the walk and goes down the.
Is that a walk? What is that?
Yeah,
no, it's a sled. It's one of those old
sled.
Metal sled, yeah.
He's later dudes, whatever, and just and it's there's sparks flying, he goes across streets and shit like that. I still remember that was the hardest. I had never seen something that funny in the theater. I watched that movie with my dad. I watched Christmas Vacation with my dad in the theater, and I had never laughed that hard ever in a movie. Yeah. And I thought that was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. And but it's so funny because it's still that movie does, like you said, it has staying power.
Oh yeah,
it's still so.
There's something in that movie for everybody.
And now the subtlety in so many scenes, because now that my favorite part's just it's good. It's after you have kids, you're just oh shit, I've been there.
Yeah, you start picking up the details as you go.
I mean, and let's not forget that movie has a nice chunk of heart right in the middle of it when he's up in the attic and he's watching the old home movies and tearing up and there's a lot that movie gets 100% correct. My favorite thing about all of the vacation movies, even the first one, the first vacation movie I've said on the podcast before is almost like a documentary of all of the cross-country trips I took with my family. We had all of those things happen. Christmas Vacation, I think, is one of those other ones that it just the dry turkey at dinner, the bad tree, the nostalgia, all that stuff mixed in, the in-laws.
Oh, the in-laws.
Yeah. It's amazing.
And next door neighbors.
now, Max, what about you? What's a pop culture moment that speaks to you?
Well, I mean, for Christmas and everything, it's always been tradition for my sister to put on Christmas Story on for just 24/7.
Yeah, of course.
There's no breaks in between. But it was also a time that sometimes in between, I would convince her that we would watch some of our older classics that we grew up with, watching Robin Hood Men in Tights.
That's not a Christmas movie.
Yeah, we would watch all these different films, and we
it could be a Christmas movie if you put
any
it on
movie,
Christmas Day.
Any movie can be a Christmas movie. All right, I agree.
But it'd be just something that we would always watch together. There was there were a handful of films like Fifth Element a thing that we would always sit down and we just like watch. And so even on Christmas, like it didn't need to be a Christmas movie.
Which brings us to the thesis, the whole argument that we had to have today, because it's my fucking birthday podcast or whatever.
Uh-oh.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie or not?
Jamie.
Yep.
You say yes.
I say yeah.
What is your criteria for saying it's a Christmas movie?
Because it takes place during
all right,
Christmas Eve.
All right, that works.
Is
that
there
works.
any other criteria that's needed? I don't know.
Max, Die Hard, Christmas or not Christmas?
It can be. It's one of those things that like I've heard both arguments. Is like, oh, is this movie a Thanksgiving movie or is this movie a Easter movie? And it's like, even though it's like based on that day, I mean, the theme, I don't care. I'm just like, I'm gonna watch the movie if that's what I'm in the mood for. So, hell, I'll definitely watch Die Hard on Christmas.
What do you think?
So here's my take on it. I have a poorly made John McClane ornament on my tree right now.
Yeah.
That is very embarrassing for everyone involved, mostly for Bruce Willis. But I think there's a lot of Christmas in Die Hard, a ton of it.
There is,
and I think that there's
jingle bells.
I think there's the only move for an argument against it being a Christmas movie is that instead of a Christmas song, they go with Ode to Joy. I think if that was playing Jingle Bells or some kind of Christmas song, it would be 100% a Christmas movie, but I don't think that disqualifies it. I think, much like Gremlins, it is a Christmas movie. And I will also argue that Gremlins is even... here's a good debate. Gremlins or Die Hard, more Christmas movie? Which one?
Oh, damn.
It's a good one. I say Die Hard.
You fucking kidding me? You're going to pick Die Hard over Gremlins as a Christmas movie?
Yeah, well.
There's Christmas presents and... You're fucking nuts.
So here's the thing.
No, I don't want to hear from you. Jamie, Die Hard or Gremlins?
You shut your mouth then.
You just shut your birthday mouth.
You won't let me actually back up my argument there because I have a pretty salient point.
Let's hear it.
Die Hard references the fact that it is within the context of Christmas Eve a lot more than Gremlins does. Gremlin, no.
When she talks about her dad dying on Christmas, coming down the chimney, dressed as Santa Claus and rots there for weeks with the family.
Besides the scenes that are very obviously tied to Christmas, I feel like
sorry, Ben. Paul is accosting. Paul is literally grabbing your wife's boobs behind you right now. He is motorboating your wife. I'm not kidding. He's motorboating your wife.
I don't
want to
look at that. I don't want to see that.
I just
play the Beth.
I mean, I want to keep seeing more of that.
Meanwhile, you're like fucking landing a 747 over there. It's just like.
I have put together a flawless podcast up to this point. There's been a lot of work going into this.
It was flawless until Paul started motorboating my wife.
He did.
Actually, I think your wife was motorboating
I literally was
Paul's
waving
boobs.
Paul in to come to the podcast. He goes, no, I'm okay. And then started motorboating your wife. Which, given the choice between doing this podcast and motorboating your wife,
that's pretty much 15 years of friendship with Paul. So.
The sunglasses, massive rage.
All right, continue.
Anyways, no, I would just say that I feel like that there are moments in Die Hard that are super referential to the holiday that Gremlins does not need. Gremlins could exist on any holiday or any time. I think Gremlins exists on its own, whereas I feel like Die Hard is more reliant on the fact that it's a holiday party, that it is Christmas Eve.
If we weren't running a little long right now, I would argue a little more against that. But I think after the holidays, we revisit this.
I'm not saying right. I'm right. That's a hot take.
I'm saying Ben's right. I agree.
I think you're going to write.
That's a great point.
Man, I can't argue against the birthday boy. I can't do that tonight. But do you guys have any Ben stories that you want to share with us tonight?
I don't. You do?
Not particularly.
No? Max?
I do.
I actually don't.
Okay. That's okay. And
how many stories have been told tonight that involve Ben's wiener?
3 out of 7, I think. That's about a Ben Wilson special right there.
Of course, yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna. So Max and Jamie, thank you so much for coming in with us. If you want to head out there and tell everyone that this is their last chance to come in, we got room for like 2 more guests. Then we're gonna close this one down. We appreciate your time. Thank you guys so much for coming on.
All right.
And
all right.
And I think actually right now we're going to try to do one more call before we bring in the next group. 1 second. Yeah, just start. Anyone else wants to come in?
Do you want me to start reading erotica?
Do you have erotica on your phone ready to go?
No, but I feel like I should.
Read sexy text messages you've sent to your wife.
Okay, I'll look up. Here's my most recent text between my wife and I. Will you open the garage, please?
Perfect.
My garage door opener doesn't work. I think you swapped yours with mine.
Oh, wait. Come on in. I believe we've got a call. Ooh, double guessing. I believe we. Oh, nope. Hold on.
You have a caller?
We tried. Hold on 1 second. We have in studio. We have in studio. We have a lot of extra. Thanks, Max.
Thanks, Max.
We have Paul.
Just put those on your head.
We have D. We have a lot of people in here. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to.
The red.
We might also have a call. The red headphones, and then you can just share a mic with either of them. Almost got this running perfect.
Yeah.
So, Paul, and
you just want to listen, right?
No. Well, for right now, you guys can actually talk. I'm waiting for. I was trying to get Nick Santa Croce for one last live call, but I think it might be having a little bit of technical difficulty. So, Paul, welcome to the New Way podcast, and who else is here in studio with us tonight?
We got some D going on here. Hey, just put that in front of your head.
Oh. D is a person, too, not a euphemism for Ben's penis, which I'm sure has been spoken about many times already today.
It's funny you should bring that up. It's been coming up all night.
Yeah,
hey,
well,
there we go.
I got a story.
All right, well,
of course you do.
I love that we didn't have
asshole.
any so Paul has been on the podcast before. D has not been in the podcast, but your husband has just immediately before you been on the podcast, and I gotta say he has some things to say about you that I was a little bit concerned about. Do you want to talk about that at all?
I don't know what he was saying.
I mean, they were all wonderful, wonderful things about that.
Why don't you give her a little context?
No. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Right, we have a call coming through here. Hold on a second. Hello, caller. Hello?
Matt, it's Nick.
Nick, are you still stuck up in the vents of my house party right now?
Well, I moved from the vents to the roof, I believe, is the narrative.
Oh, you're on the roof. You're sure, Nick. Wherever you want to be right now would be great. We are in studio right now with D and Paul and Ben and myself. How's it going?
Mamalito, did you accomplish what you needed to accomplish in the bathroom? Are you all primped up?
I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
All right, good.
Now, by the way,
I'm on the roof
Paul doesn't know that you witnessed him.
Paul didn't hear that.
Hold on a
part,
second.
dude.
Paul was not in the room when we talked about that. You, Paul actually went into my guest bathroom, and there were several pairs of hairy legs in the room, and we don't know what exactly would happen, but everyone seemed to be really excited about what was going on in there. So Nick actually let us in on that earlier in the podcast.
Actually, Matt, did you get a picture of everyone in your bedroom yet? Or
I
no?
did. I 100% did, and I smelled burning food in my kitchen right afterwards. So I think it got hot in there.
Well, hey, Nick, just so you know, earlier Matt was just like, "Oh, you can look behind you if you want. It's just Paul motorboating your wife."
and that legitimately was happening. But I was making faces at Ben. He's like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Paul's motorboating your wife behind you." And Ben's like, "Whatever."
It wasn't actually
he's actually motorboating his wife behind
pretending
him.
like I was, though.
Wow. Well, I guess when you're wearing a Christmas onesie, you're just asking for it.
So how are things on the roof of my house now, Nick?
Well, I mean, it's funny. I'm on the roof, and there's a wedding next door. I don't know if you hear that.
Oh, really? Is it a Santa Croce related wedding?
Coincidentally, it's next door. So if that's what you hear, it's happening next door.
Well, congratulations to the couple getting married.
Yeah. Congratulations, and I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be on sort of a Ben birthday centric podcast where nothing exploded, nothing burst into flames. So Matt, kudos. Credit where credit's due. You haven't exploded anything yet today.
I got to be honest. We had a surprise call in from Ryan, a surprise call in from Greg. We had a lot of things going on tonight.
Yeah,
it has amazingly gone somewhat according to plan. So that's kind of fantastic.
Well, since I am somewhat featured, I will be sure to listen to the episode when it is published.
Well, thanks a lot, Nick. We appreciate you calling in from the roof of the house, and we hope you join the party at some point tonight.
We'll see. I feel like I really I put myself out in an island, and I made my bed, and I should sleep in it.
But all right, buddy.
I'm glad you guys are having fun, and I miss you all.
Well, we miss you here in the studio too.
Absolutely.
All right, Merry Christmas, buddy.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
All right, see you,
Cheers, buddy. Cheers. All right, Paul Mammolito, you're in the hot seat right now.
Okay.
Tell me what.
Can we go back to what Jamie was saying about Dito? Because you were saying something, and then
I don't think we want to talk about that right now. I think it was it was intimate. It was between us and all of our thousands of listeners, and we don't really worry about that one right now.
Yeah, I think we should.
I'll be honest. He said very little about anything, so just trying to make some more drama out of non-drama. But he was a lovely guest. He looked very handsome on camera. By the way, you guys are on camera, just so you know. We are recording live now in the studio, so don't be touching one another like Jamie was with Max and made me very uncomfortable since he's a married man. But anyway, Paul, tell us, what is your favorite pop culture thing about Christmas? Maybe it's a movie, maybe it's an adult video, maybe it's an inflatable toy, maybe it's a Christmas special on TV. What's one thing that gets you in the Christmas mood? That's how I feel when I look at you every time.
I would say if I went, I mean, Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas is such a good song.
Wow, that's twice. We have had Christmas Vacation and Mariah Carey.
It's the greatest Christmas song of all time. But I really like Just Friends, the movie Just Friends, which I realized.
Oh wow, that's a good.
That
call.
is actually a really good.
That's a really good call.
It's not
because it's a holiday movie.
It's a holiday movie.
The one with Justin and Mia?
And I swear, by the moon and the stars in the sky, I'll be there. And I swear.
All right, guys, karaoke comes on later. We'll get to this when we have
realized
time.
what I'm doing. Yeah, I love that movie. It's so funny.
Was I Swear Boyz II Men?
No, I Swear was
All for One.
either Casey and JoJo. Oh, All for One. Yeah.
All for One.
Yeah. Wow. And now, Dee, how about you? Do you have a specific Christmas moment?
Let's see. I mean, I guess this is going to sound really cliche, but A Christmas Story.
I'm wearing a Christmas Story shirt, so that's the second Christmas Story one that's come out. Third, yeah, actually, you're right. What's one moment in A Christmas Story that really just speaks to you that you love more than anything else?
I love when the little brother just can't move. He's in the snow.
Yeah.
In the snowsuit.
Can't put my arms down.
So growing up in New York, my mother used to dress us in those. It was like a onesie.
Yeah.
And it was impossible to get in and out of.
Oh yeah.
And I remember I peed myself one
Oh
time.
no! Nice.
Right. Because I couldn't
Don't say
get
that.
out
I
of
gotta
it.
pee really bad right now.
Yeah, I couldn't get out of it in time. It was terrible.
Was it keeping you warm?
No!
When I went back outside, then I had a frozen pee.
Oh
onesie.
no!
It was terrible.
Oh my god! It's disgusting.
You poor guy.
Now, Dee, it is also we are also celebrating Ben's birthday tonight.
Yes. Happy birthday, Ben.
Thank you.
Now, do you have a specific Ben story that you'd like to share with our audience out there? Something that you think is worth them knowing? Maybe a little funny, maybe a little eye-opening.
I've heard stories, but I've never witnessed them.
Really?
Yes.
Is that why Ben's wearing the glasses? Because everyone's coming in. He can't
I
look
got
anybody
my
in the
fucking
eye.
poker face on.
By the way,
man.
how much does Ben look like Guy Fieri right now? I mean, it is just uncanny.
Got some jalapeno poppers so hot they'll pop your eyeballs out of your fucking skull.
Ben told Jamie he'd taken him to Flavor Town.
Flavor shirt.
Is that a one piece? Like
It's a one piece.
And there's a one
an
piece
Elvis?
underneath it too.
like Elvis suit?
No, don't do that, Ben. Ben's oh no. Well, great.
I just unzipped my.
Now Dee's super turned on, and Paul, and it's just
I think
embarrassing
Paul more
for
than
him.
me.
But you're probably always right. Yes. So, what's the most
yes.
interesting story you've heard about Ben?
Okay, I don't know if I could say
You
I could say
can't
it.
really, in all honesty, you can't ask Paul that question.
I'm going to absolutely ask Paul that question.
I don't think that.
Wait,
I mean, I kind of want to hear
hello.
Paul tell east, west, north, south.
I still
but
have to tell the one that I've heard.
Yeah.
yes.
The east, west, north, south is pretty funny.
That's the one I'm going to tell.
Okay.
Okay. The one about the refrigerator.
Oh, it's already been told.
Okay.
It's 3 people
That's the
told that
most
story
classic
tonight.
story of all time.
That's the one I've heard.
Do you have no other story? Well, what was your So what was your first impression upon meeting Ben?
Sloppy.
The first time I ever met you,
partying.
D, was at like a.
Mike and wasn't it Mike and Kristen?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably was, but I also thought we went to Fort Lauderdale at one point, and we went to like a club or something like that.
Did we go in a limo?
2006?
Did we go in a limo to the backyard?
No.
Or America's Backyard or whatever?
No.
We used to do that.
It was before America's Backyard was open, actually.
Okay.
This is Automatic Slims. I remember going to Automatic Slims at one point. And
I was there.
I feel
I
like
don't
it
know
was
if
like
you used to rage. I don't know if you know
Oh
that.
yeah.
I feel like you were there.
I definitely know that.
That's so mean.
May of 2006.
I really don't think I knew you guys in 2006.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
I think so. Anyways, yeah, that because I felt like the first time I ever met you, I was just like, oh yeah, we're like raging, we're having a fun time.
So many people. There's someone on the thing. Now, Paul, what is your favorite memory with Ben?
Well, I mean, I think and I hope the East, West, North, South is what I'm going to tell. But
yes,
I think it's a great story because it's kind of summarized. It's like the best example of our friendship. Was we lived together, and anybody that's ever lived with Ben or known Ben or spoken to Ben, it's for more than a couple minutes has inevitably seen his penis. It's just something that happens.
It's true.
I have heard about that.
Yeah,
I saw both your penises on Ben's bachelor party.
D, have you seen my penis?
I have not.
Good. Okay,
Yes.
so we've already
Thank God.
disproven that.
I'm very envious of D.
Yeah.
Once
Don't
again.
ask her. She don't. Shh.
So.
don't jinx it.
By the
So
way,
anyway,
the night is young, so,
it's hard to explain this.
It's hard, all right.
Verbally, it's because it's funnier when I can act it out. But anyway, we go out one night. We living together. We go out one night.
Act it out.
And Ben knocks on my door. It's in the morning, and we love to we both wake up early, even if we were drunk as hell the night before. We just early risers, and we lived with our girlfriends at the time. It was 4 of us living in this place, and so he'd always knock on my door and knock on his, and we just go out in the living room and hang out and probably drink again because we were a nightmare at that point. So he knocks on my door, and I go to open it, and I'm butt naked, and I think to myself, I'm going to swing the door open, and as the door opens, I'm just going to be swinging my cock all around, and he's going to look at it and laugh. And so
as many people have before.
Yeah,
Yes.
Exactly. It's a reaction I'm used to.
Yes.
So I open the door, and as the door opens, guess what Ben's doing? He's on the other side of the door doing the exact same thing. To the point where our penises are almost hitting each other as we're swinging them. And we look at it, he looks at me, we both look at each other in the eye, look down, look back up, and we go, ah! And then, now we're so happy that the other guy had the same idea at the same time.
We're just east-westing.
East-westing at each other. I think we even hugged at one point. So yeah, that was.
It was one of those
It was perfect.
Perfect. It was amazing.
Well, I still remember we were laughing so hard for half an hour after that. Paul goes to take a shower. He's cracking up while he's in the shower.
I'm sorry, you misspoke. You said cracking up?
I'm cracking
no,
up.
It's jacking off. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So,
So yeah.
All right.
That was
Well,
fun.
Great stuff. I think we have one more guest that want to try to get in here.
One more quick story.
Yeah.
College
I
story.
remember something too.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, let's hear from D. Let's hear from D.
You might have already said it. The bachelor party, the cat food.
Oh, no, that was me.
No, that was him.
That was me.
Sorry.
That was cat food time machine.
Cat food time machine.
That's when I realized that if I get blackout drunk and
let's
eat
cut
cat
the
food, I can see into the future about 5 years. And I warned everyone about Donald Trump, and no one listened.
You did.
And then no one knew it was going to happen.
You did.
So, and if I eat dog food, I go back 5 years, and I talk about things I've done in the past. So right about now, I should do it, and I'll relive your bachelor party if I eat dog food tonight. But
so last quick story about Ben. This was we became friends. So he was in a band and I was in a band, obviously, and he was in this thing called Bands That Kick Ass, and it was like it was a
Is that they called
it was
themselves
well,
that?
it was like this management company, which it wasn't. It was nothing. And I remember I met him, and I was like, "What's it like being in Bands That Kick Ass? We're thinking about joining." And he goes, "Well, you get free beer." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And that's all he said. And we didn't really become friends till we started playing in the same circles a little bit, and I think we opened for their band at one point or something like that. But anyway, when he left, and I think he went to Europe or wherever, but he came back and he stayed at my house for the night. We went and we got completely shitty. And we woke up in the morning and his pants were gone. And he's like, we're trying, we can't find his pants. So it's like an hour and a half goes by. We're just, of course, we're like cracking open beers and he kind of basically gives up. He's like, well, I don't know where my pants are. And we walk outside and on my driveway are his socks, his shoes, his pants. And like you could tell, like the shoes were the furthest down the driveway, then it was the socks, and then it was the pants. So, and I didn't even remember him doing this.
It was obvious. Like, I was like walking behind Paul, just like, I'm gonna fuck this guy tonight. Just stripping off my clothes.
I don't remember that part either.
But that is obviously that's not what happened, but it was hysterical.
Obviously, not to everyone. Shit. Well,
Anyway.
thank you so much for this. So we may have a couple more people coming in for a second. I've got to pause because I have to. Santa's got to urinate and refill at some point here.
We're okay, aren't we? I mean,
I think we're good.
I know Kevin and Mike might want to.
We'll record something in a little bit.
We'll let them come back if they want to. But anyway, for those of you out there, I think this is going to be the official end of tonight's podcast. Thank everyone for coming in, especially everyone in studio right now. We had such a great time. Ben, did you enjoy yourself?
This has been wonderful.
Was your favorite part when Paul motorboarded your wife when you weren't even paying attention right behind you in the window?
I didn't get to enjoy it.
That was my favorite part.
Just because I'm sitting here with the girl I brought. I didn't actually motorboat her. My face never touched her breasts. It just got close.
I mean, it's on video. I'm pretty sure.
Put it on video. Put it on video.
There's no video.
I
only
slowly
wish there was
shaking
video.
my head. Yes.
Thank you guys so much, Ben. I hope you had a wonderful birthday. You're my fucking
awesome.
best friend on
my best
earth.
friend.
I don't have any stories about you because all the stories are great stories with you forever and always. Thank everyone out for listening. Greg for calling in, for Ryan for calling in, for Nick for calling in. We actually pulled off the fucking holiday Ben birthday podcast. We've been trying for 2 years.
This is awesome.
So it's been a fucking great night, and we will see you guys again in 2019.
I appreciate it.
Cheers.
Cheers. How long was that?
Hour and 45